as we continue in the review of Stretch Your Mind by Gustavo Razzetti. We promise you we're not going to keep you here longer than 20 minutes. Yes or yes, Daniel?
We will try.
Fingers crossed.
We will try.
Hi, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Afrocentrist podcast. My name is Ejiro Osakede, aka the Energetic EJ, and I have my co-host with me here.
The one and only, the original Daniel.
Original. Okay, so guys, I hope that you enjoyed the last tap review we had. I mean, we enjoyed ourselves so much. We kept
Very
you
much.
on this show for an hour. I hope that we're able to go through it for the hour. But sincerely speaking, I enjoyed myself so much. Even while editing, I had so much fun. I really do hope that you had fun listening or watching that episode. But today, we promise you, as we continue in the review of Stretch Your Mind by Gustavo Razzetti, we promise you we're not going to keep you here longer than 20 minutes. Yes or yes, Daniel?
We will try.
Fingers crossed.
We will try.
Okay, so we started with the stretches that Gustavo shared with us last week. And of these stretches, in total, this book has 13 stretches, but we're able to do 6 last week. So, and we did 6 stretches in 1 hour. I'm
1
wondering
hour.
how we are going to do 7 stretches in
To
20
be a
minutes.
miracle.
But
A
it is
miracle.
possible. There's nothing impossible. Isn't that part of what the book is saying? Break the routine.
Yes.
Yes.
Breaking the
So
routine.
I'm going at the faster pace today.
Practice what you preach, Abby.
you know you know so we're just going to kick it off immediately. So sit back, relax, and let's go on this very fast-paced review of the
Very
remaining
fast.
part of Stretch Your Mind by Gustavo Razzetti. He shared 13 stretches on how you can stretch your mind and how you can become better, coming out of your comfort zone and making your life better. Okay, we shared 6. If you missed that episode, please go on our YouTube channel or on Buzzsprout and go watch it or listen to it. So we move into today because we've got 20 minutes
move.
and time is already counting. Daniel,
We
go
move.
for it. The first one.
Okay, fast. So first stretch or stretch number 7, if you're continuing, is wake up 1 hour earlier than normal. And the idea of this routine, this stretch, is to break the routine. So normally we tell ourselves this is hard. I normally wake up at 5 a.m. But in this case, we are being advised to try and break this routine. And if you're normally waking up at 5 a.m., why don't you try and wake up at 4 a.m. this time? Yeah. You see, we don't really have time for ourselves. So this stretch helps us to get at least an hour to yourself. Just think you're a person. Other things must also go on. So that is what this stretch is all about. I'm not going to say so much. I'm done. Yay!
Absolutely. Yeah, you did it. All right, stretch number 8, which is number 2 for today, is why you should give others a smile, not the finger. Okay, for those of people who do the finger thing. So why you should give people a smile, basically saying why you should smile in response to people rather than reciprocate the reason that they've angered you, right? And the idea behind this stretch is don't become a victim of others' anger, right? So you see that every day somebody must always step on your toes. So imagine you're
Okay.
driving and somebody just batches into your lane without trafficating. That's annoying. So instead of you to
Yeah.
tell the person like, are you okay? Razzetti is saying here that you should smile. So I'm like, for me, I'm like, can you be a normal human being?
That's sarcasm.
Well, with a smile. So basically, he says no matter how annoying others are, you can prep your mind to respond kindly. And that's the point of this stretch. Prep your mind to respond kindly to people even when they annoying you. Okay, next.
Stretch number 9, doing the dishes will make you more appreciative. And this is my personal favorite because I've noticed that someone like me tends to get a lot more creative ideas whenever I am washing the dishes. Is it weird? we
Interesting.
we've we've uh reading the book, he stated a fact that now we see washing dishes as a tedious work, an annoying work. When your mom is like, go and do the dishes, you're like, oh, today I'm going to wash the dishes. Like, it's annoying. But if you look at it from his point of view or his perspective, you see that it gives you the opportunity to appreciate things that are happening around you. The same way you would go and sit down in a field or green grass field and then look into the sky or admire nature. It's the same way you are able to think whenever you are washing dishes. You notice that it's a quiet setting somehow. It's a quiet
Mhm.
setting, and then yeah, I don't know. This is more of a mental something, yeah. But
Yeah,
then it helps you be more appreciative. He used Mr. Miyagi of Karate Kid movie. I'm sure most of us have watched it.
of course.
How Mr. Miyagi himself is a slow-paced person, but he's a karate person, like a here person. But then he's slow-paced in the sense that he's patient. He taught the kid patience by appreciating waxing off and waxing on. He didn't know he was actually learning fighting skills and all that. Yeah,
I love
yeah,
that. Anyways, your
yeah.
time is up, Daniel. You've got
Oh,
2 minutes and you've been talking for four. I told you, we're running
oh.
on the pace today. Huh? This
I was
one, you are
enjoying this thing
essentially that
now.
show.
Uh-uh.
Let the people go and buy the book and read by
Oh,
themselves. Would you allow them?
okay, okay. Ah,
So go get the book, okay, and get all the juices in it. It's a very, very short
mm,
book, but very loaded. Stretch number
yeah, yeah,
10.
yeah.
Getting
Mm,
a better mirror will boost your confidence. Stop comparing to others. I love this one very much. I think we all do it in a
yeah.
measure. Whether we do it like whether we're addicted to it or there's still something there. You scroll through Instagram, you look at people's pages, and somewhere in your mind, like, why is this person always smiling? Why am I not smiling like this person? You're comparing yourself in that regard. But what he's saying here, the point of this is if you can't see anything beautiful about yourself, get a better mirror. Basically, look within is what he's trying to say. So, one of the things to
Hmm.
stretch your mind is look within. So, always look at the reflection of you and question, how can I be a better person? How can I be better at this thing that I'm doing? Rather than comparing yourself with other people. Instead, compare yourself to who you were yesterday and how you are now a better version, or how you can be a better version of who you are today compared to who you were yesterday. All right. So moving on, stretch 11.
Stretch
Done.
11,
Time.
changing the side of the bed will make you more creative. When I saw the heading the first time, I didn't understand how would changing the side of your bed make you more creative. But then it makes sense, and it helps you change scenery. It's a very quick way of changing your scenery. Yeah, that also helps. So it's like we are used to the same thing. When you come from work and you go to your house, your bed is on this side, your this thing, your chair is on this side. So you move straight to the bed. It's like even with your eyes closed, you know where your bed is. But then when you come to your room and then you realize that your bed is not where it used to be, it kickstarts your mind. Like you start thinking. So if you want to, this is a homemade way of changing your scenery. Yeah, it helps you. It helps kickstart your creative juices. It helps you think more and appreciate a lot. I did how many minutes? Okay, let's go.
You try. But before we run away from this stretch, I really love, the exercises that he talked about. Let's just quickly mention those and you can
Mm,
go check it out. He said, take a long walk home. Like, take a
yeah.
long walk home. So don't do the shortcut. Take a long walk on purpose.
Mhm.
Avoid having your side. Don't say this is my seat. You go for
Mhm.
conferences, 3 days conferences, and the same time, the same
Yeah.
the same place you sat on the first day, want to sit on day 2 and day 3. And I say, this
I
is
like
my
the
seat.
window
You bring a
side.
seat from your house. Yeah, it said see things from different angles,
Mm.
add a physical limitation, change your pace, which is what we're doing
Pace.
here today. We're changing our pace on this episode
Yes.
today. Do the same things differently, and I love
Differently.
it.
Yeah.
Right. So
Mm.
stretch 12, you know, it says Stretch 12. Why pull your socks up is the best advice ever, right? And this one says build a ritual to get back on your feet. So maybe
Mhm.
you made a mistake or you did something wrong. So you need to now, pull your socks off is like a it's like a, what would you call it now? Is it a phrase like what's that
Wake up
thing?
call.
Yeah, but what they call it, like a parable, something like that. That it's just there's a word for it in literature and I've forgotten. But
Hmm.
yeah, like a figure of speech. Yeah,
Yeah.
that means please gather yourself together or get your act together and get back on track. Yes, you've made a
Yeah.
mistake. Yes, you've lost this time. But what can you do differently to win next time? So when you make a mistake, when you do something wrong, how can you then purposefully, through routine, through putting things in place, get yourself out of that space and actually onto the other side. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what stretch. Wow, are we on stretch 12 already?
Yes, that's you.
Wow, that was fast.
Mm.
Okay. But when in this stretches, it wasn't a stretch 12 we talked about, doing something differently, or maybe it was the last one, doing something different, doing the same thing differently. And I remember that I had to switch, even while I was taking my notes, I had to switch my pen from my right
Okay.
hand to my left hand, and I took down the notes with
Hey, is it not going overboard? Hey. Hmm.
Of course, it slowed my pace of taking the notes, but I still
Uh-huh.
did. Yeah, it's looking
And your
it's looking
handwriting looks
rugged.
like a
Like
chicken typing on the floor.
it's looking so rugged. See how?
Hey, I the one that wrote that one. Wow.
Oh my god! All right, yeah, we're good on time. Okay, stretch
Yeah.
13. You go for
Stretch
it.
13. Stop your brain from being frustrated every day. It says overcome getting upset about small daily stuff. So there's something that I think is trending on social media. I said problem no they finish every problem no they finish or problem never they finish or something
You
like
know
that.
they finish. Oh,
You know
problem
they
not they
finish.
finish.
While day every day. Why I say
While are they everywhere?
while I be like
While I feel
bicycle.
like good tie scarf.
There's always one thing or another every day. Somebody's going to piss you off every day. Somebody's going to step on your toe every day. But try not being frustrated about it every day. You've done it for, I don't know, half of your life. Why don't you use the other part of your life and then try not to be frustrated and see
That's this.
if things will change? Don't always react. You see, there was a part the stretch that said you should instead of giving the finger, you should use a smile instead. It's true. When somebody does something bad to you, and then instead of maybe fighting back or attacking the person, you just smile and you walk away. I mean, let's put ourselves in the shoes of who got smiled to. This person could be a witch. Why did he smile? Why did he not fight me back? I mean, this is a
It
very,
puts me in a
very
place of
quiet
confusion.
way of frustrating somebody. Like you disrupt the person's routine. Disrupting your routine, you're also disrupting somebody's routine because they will not understand why you didn't react and why did you just smile. Yeah. That way it affects the way they also behave. So the next time he will not try to react the way he reacted. So back to stress 13. It says try not to be frustrated. Even though the other day is plenty days for you to be frustrated. You can be frustrated tomorrow, but why don't you try not being frustrated today and see what it does for you? It does wonders. I've tried to smile over little things because there's always problem every day. There's always something that is going to go wrong every day. But then he says here that idealists are like every story has a positive ending, even though movie writers these days don't really agree. But then
Mhm.
everything ends on a positive note. Yeah, maybe the bad part may tarry, it might stay for a while, but then it always ends in a positive note, and we tend to survive every day. So why don't you not allow it to take a toll on you? Why don't you try
Mm.
to be positive and affect your situation? Wow, I'm speaking like a motivational speaker. That's amazing.
Hey,
Now,
go
wow,
Daniel,
I'm in the
go
spirit.
Daniel.
Hey, okay.
All
Hmm.
right, and we come to the end of the stretches right on time.
15 minutes. Ah, wow, it's a miracle.
You see what you can achieve
Hey.
when you put your mind to the
Hmm.
place. Like,
Yes.
these things are
Disrupting the
good. Like,
routine. Hmm.
seriously, they are
Hmm.
really
Hmm.
working. Like, if you just, it might
Hmm.
look small. And even from
Yeah.
the last one we shared last week,
Yes.
right? Like, for
Yeah.
example, be kind to somebody that you don't like.
You don't
Like,
like.
do something nice for somebody you don't like.
Don't
It's
like. Yeah.
hard.
It's very
Or
hard.
closing work 30 minutes earlier is hard.
Mm-hmm.
But you just have to
Yeah.
keep
Scribbly.
trying, because once you're able to do
Mm.
it once, you tell your mind that you can do this, that this is possible. And so you just probably
Yes.
need to be more disciplined to do it again and again and again until it
Again.
becomes,
Mm-hmm.
your norm. And when it starts to become your norm, you switch it up
You
again. Like,
change it
I feel like
again.
life,
Exactly. Like.
yes, life is going to
Mm.
be interesting that way when we
Yeah.
are purposefully changing things around. And I love to do
Yeah.
that always. I love to do that. Like in my apartment, in my house,
Mm-hmm.
especially when I used to stay in a very big place, I love
Mm-hmm.
to switch things up every now and
Yeah.
then. Like, I get bored easily. Like, why
I'm
is
using
this chair?
a
Why
black
must this
background today.
not great?
No.
you know, like, why must this chair be like this? Why must the
Mm.
bed face this way? Let's switch it
Yeah.
up. It just feels good when you come into your room or your apartment and things are just not the way they
It's
are. I love
new.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, this is what, again, all of, the stretch your mind. And these are
Mm-hmm.
little exercises. But you need to remember that little things are harder to achieve, because you think it's simple, you think it's easy. It's the same thing. While they said an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but how many of
Yeah.
us really eat an apple a day? As simple
Hmm.
as it is, like, it's not even like apple is like what's a sour fruit. Apple
It's
is not
sweet.
like kiwi, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
sweet. Apple is sweet, and yet we can't even stay to eating one apple every day. It
We
looks
don't have
simple, it
time.
sounds simple. People don't have time to eat
We
apple.
don't have time.
I think that's the biggest challenge we have. We don't have time. I've never
We don't
only
have
time for
time.
anything. But
Yeah.
still, we all have 24 hours. So where are we
Exactly.
putting our 24 hours? If we
Mm.
keep saying we don't have time, we don't have time. What are we doing with the time that we have? All right. So I really do hope that this book has been, the review has been interesting for you, and the book,
Very.
and this review has, like, you know, gotten you to a place where you feel like, what, I want to get that book. Let me even read as well and practice
Mm.
those stretches. Okay.
Yeah.
So, any words from you, Daniel, before we round this up? I'm so excited that we did this. Ooh, we did
Yeah.
it
Very
right
excited.
on time.
This excitement is taking almost 3 minutes. We'll cover our 20 minutes right now. So I'm going to keep my own very short. Anyway, let's all try to be very, very positive. Wow, I feel like I'm in a motivational mood. Let's keep it. Let's keep it. Like, let me just make this better. Yes, your moderator, the original Daniel. I'm here to speak some words of wisdom to you. Let's try to be positive. We are we let this we let the troubles of life get to us too much. The glasses are bringing too much wisdom. We shouldn't let the troubles of life get to us. There's problem every day, but then instead of letting the problems affect you every day, why don't you try and be positive? Be the positivity. This world is full of negativity. So be the positivity and affect the negativity. You understand? Yes, spread the
Well
light.
done.
Be that
You're
little
right.
light in the little corner and spread this light for the whole world to see. You understand? Yeah. So,
Woo! Give it to motivational speaker, original Daniel.
yes, that's me.
All right, guys. I hope that you
Oh,
had
God.
fun. We kept our
Mm.
promise. We said we won't keep you here more than 20 minutes, and we did it.
Mm-hmm.
This is so
Mm.
good. Like,
Yeah.
this is so good. So, until we come your way again with another tap review, we would
Mm-hmm.
reveal the book we'll be reviewing. Did you get that? We would reveal the book we'll be
Yeah. Yeah.
reviewing to you next month,
Sure.
next week. Okay. So next week
Time
you'll
to
find out
go.
what book
Mm.
we are going to be reviewing next. Okay. Until then,
Yeah. Yeah.
stay
Mm.
amazing. Next week is
Yes, yes,
another
yes, yes,
week, and
yes,
it's going
yes,
to be
yes,
a
yes,
new
yes,
month.
yes,
So we're
yes,
going to
yes,
be
yes,
coming
yes,
to
yes.
you with fresh content all the way from a mixture of Ghana and the UAE. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So see you next week. Peace
Your
out.
feedbacks,
Woo!
though. Bring us your feedbacks.
Yes.
We want your feedbacks so
Yes.
we can put you on the show too. Yes. Mm.
Don't
Time to
forget
go.
that.
Let's
Okay.
close this. Let's close this. Close this up.
Bye.
Bye bye.